Hello and welcome back to Twins Reviews. Today we're reviewing the K70 RGB Mark II Special Edition Corsair keyboard, and let's jump into it. So before we jump into talking about the keyboard, I do want to say please subscribe if you want to see more content from us, and make sure to like the video. We've also been streaming on Twitch, so you can check that out in the description. We do have something really big planned coming very soon, so keep an eye out for that.
Anyway, so why exactly are we reviewing a 1.5-year-old keyboard? So, we got this keyboard, we managed to pick it up for $130. The base price for this is actually $180.
Yeah.
But if you're not some pro gamer and don't need anything fancy on your keyboard, you really shouldn't be spending over $150 on your keyboard, because there's plenty of cheaper and decent options. But we we trust Corsair with their products, so that's why we just decided to get this one, the Mark II, the K70 Mark II Special Edition, which varies a little bit, and it was on sale, so $130. So now, why are we talking about this? Well, this keyboard changed my views on what keyboards I should get, and here's why.
So let's get the features of this keyboard out of the way first. So I have been using this keyboard for around a week and a half to 2 weeks. I really like the mechanical keys on this keyboard. When you press them, they make quite a nice sound. It's pretty comfortable.
Specifically, these are the MX speed switches, and the Special Edition only comes with the speed switches. So they're not like the super clicky ones, but we will have a sound test later on in the video.
Yeah, so you also got your scroll wheel here for sound, and you got the mute button as well, and then you can you have the play, stop, forward, backward, pause buttons over here on the right side.
And something to mention about these is they blend in with the keyboard super nice. The keys, they did a fantastic job with blending it with the keyboard, and obviously the mute function is always great. And as well, you got on the other side, you got 3 color profiles that you can set in the Q. In the Corsair Q, it's like their RGB customizable keyboard thing that you can download, and you can create all kind of patterns, and it has limitless RGB.
So you can get that app, it's called the IQ. You can download it on your PC for Corsair stuff. It's not just for this keyboard, you can use it for other keyboards, but for this one it looks quite nice, because I do like kind of the white comparison with all the different colors. You can change it however you like, you can customize all that stuff however you want. It's really cool. I definitely recommend checking that out if you're gonna purchase a keyboard, any keyboard actually, from Corsair.
And not to mention, the backplate is silver aluminum, so it reflects the RGB even more. So you get an even better immersive color from this keyboard because it shines on this silver aluminum backplate, which is really good. It's only on the Special Edition, so the SE, that's what that stands for. So it only comes on this keyboard and maybe some other ones, but specifically in this range, this is the one.
Yes, and the keyboard also does come with this plastic thing at the bottom, so you can attach that. You can also detach it. I do like them. They make unless you have only a little bit of space on your desk, then you don't really need it. But I just like it. It makes it look better. I think it's just visually pleasing for me. Also, you got the wire for the keyboard actually connects with the 2 USB ports. I usually you can connect them in the back of the computer. You probably shouldn't connect them in the front, because then take up both of them. So just probably connect them in the back, and they're very good quality. Very great, and it's long enough to go all the way around. You'll even have some wire left.
And the reason why there is 2 is not because you need to, but it's because there's a USB output on the back here that is the connection for one of these. So you can actually plug in one to use the keyboard, but if you want to plug in something like this, maybe a microphone or a mouse or something like that, you can plug that in here. So one more thing about the top left buttons, I mentioned there was the 3 color profiles that you can set in Q, and then there's also the brightness and the Windows lock button, so you don't accidentally hit it and exit out your game. Okay, and before we move on to the next point, let's go ahead and quickly jump into the sound test, and we're gonna go ahead and test the sound of this keyboard.
I thought you wanted to do it here, like.
No, well, I mean, you can do it here, yeah. Sound test. Alright, now talking about the back of the keyboard, it's actually pretty great. You got the extendable legs, obviously, which I always recommend to use. They give your keyboard a little bit more of an angle, and I do enjoy that. It also has a cable routing system, so if you wanted to route your wired headphones, then you can definitely do that, or a mouse or something like that. You can use this X to wire that. So that is pretty much all of the features of the keyboard. There is no macro switches, so if you're looking for those, unfortunately, there aren't anything on this. The Corsair logo is actually RGB as well, which is pretty cool. Yes. Some of the K70s don't have that, but this is very nice. Okay, and one more thing to mention about this keyboard is the keycaps. Now, I didn't know much about keyboard keycaps until I started looking into it with this keyboard, and this keyboard has PBT keycaps versus ABS keycaps. So PBT are more like high quality, and they feel more rigid and like they have more texture to them as compared to the ABS, which usually are the standard for keyboards, and I have an ABS keycaps on my keyboard, but with feeling these, I don't think I ever want to be using ABS keycaps again. So in the future, I will definitely be gunning for PBT. The reason why is because the smear, you don't smear anything, so there isn't like a grease stain left on your ABS keycaps, especially black ones. Oh, it looks so bad. And that actually brings me to the next point, is why I am never ever going to buy a black keyboard again, and I'm always going to be gunning for white keyboards, because black keyboards over time collect dust, and dust is white, and you can always see it, and it looks really, really bad.
Yeah, so basically you have to keep constantly cleaning your keyboard. It's just not good. That's why I decided to go for the white keyboard option. I think it's also more visually appealing for me. However, you decide. It is the dust thing does kind of throw it off a little bit, but you do have to constantly clean it. But also another thing I want to mention is that you can take out these keycaps. Just like you can with all Corsair keyboards, you can take them out, replace them. You can replace them with the other keycaps if you don't like these. If that's something you do, you can always do that. Or maybe something breaks, a keycap breaks. I haven't had that happen, but I guess it could happen. So you can pick up this keyboard down in the description below. We have left an Amazon link for it where you can click on it and check it out if you'd like to purchase it.
And also you can visit the Corsair website, and they have a lot more keyboards to choose from. But our final verdict on this keyboard is anything that's above 150, I would steer away with, but since we were able to manage to get this for 130, I think this is a steal. This is going to last you forever. This is such a good keyboard. The only thing it lacks in is macros, and sometimes you don't even need them. Like, I'm fine with the way this is. Also, never going back to black keyboards. I'm always going to be buying white keyboards in the future, and with PBT keycaps. So good. They're so good, and it's only on the S Special Edition, I believe, for this version of the keyboard. So man, it really does make a difference.
So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like. You can also check out our blog page in the description down below, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.